Hola pot stickers, me encanta una salsa asada al fuego. I just love a fire roasted salsa, and today I'm going to show you how I make it right on the stove. The recipe I'm going to show you today makes a rather large batch that you can keep in your fridge for a week or even longer. For the ingredients, I have 10 medium-sized tomatoes. I usually prefer to use a plum tomato for making salsa, but this is what I found fresh in the market today. I have 1 large jalapeno, 2 cloves of garlic, a large onion that I've sliced in half. I have a dried spicy red chili. I'm using a cayenne chili today, but you could use a chili de árbol or any other red dried chili that you'd like to use. And I'm also using a big handful of cilantro. In addition to these ingredients, I'm gonna season it with some cumin, some lime juice, and a little bit of salt. I have an old frying pan that I use just for making this salsa, and you can see it has plenty of blackened char marks on it. I don't think you want to use your best pan for this if you don't want it to burn, because we're going to really sear these ingredients today. You could roast these on a fire over a grill, that's perfectly fine, or even under your broiler, but this is how I typically do it on the stovetop if all I have is a burner available. I have my pan heating over a medium-high flame, and I'm first adding in the garlic, the chili, the jalapeno, and the onion. You want to cook these until they get a nice sear on them. Watch the dried chili closely. You just want this to be heated through and slightly toasted. You don't want the chili to burn because it'll give a bitter taste. Pull it off before it really starts to turn color. You're just looking to wake up those chili flavors. For the rest of the vegetables, we are looking to get a burned sear. At the same time, we're not going to cook these all the way through. It is a combination of the charred skins and the still raw vegetables that gives this salsa a wonderful flavor. Just keep turning and charring the vegetables until they get enough color on them. They will all cook at different rates, so just pull out the pieces that get cooked and set them aside. I find it difficult to get a good sear on a jalapeno in a pan, so I find that an open flame works best for the jalapeno, so I usually pull that out of the pan when the other vegetables are done and hold it over the burner directly in the flame until the skin blisters all over. Next, I'm going to sear the tomatoes. I'm just throwing them into a pan, and I'm going to cover it to try to keep some of the heat in there. Check on these every minute or so. Turn these to cook them on all sides. This will take anywhere from 5 to 6 minutes or so. Meanwhile, I'm removing the seeds and veins from my jalapeno just to make this salsa a little bit milder because it's not just for me. You can leave them in if you want your salsa more spicy. When the skins on the tomatoes are charred all over, turn off the heat and let them cool a bit. Now that we have everything prepared, it's time to blend them together. I'm using my food processor for this job, and I'm gonna do this in 2 batches because I have 10 tomatoes and they won't all fit in my bowl at once. First, I'm putting in the dried chili and the garlic, and I'm going to pulse those up a little bit to get them started. Next, I'm adding half the onion and half of the jalapeno. In go half of the tomatoes. You can see that they're still a bit steamy. It's okay. It's all right to process your salsa while it's still warm. I'm adding a good pinch of salt, a tablespoon of cumin, and a couple tablespoons of lime juice. Add in your fresh cilantro and process this with pulsing until it is the consistency you like. I'm going to pour that batch into a bowl and process the other half of the vegetables. In go the onion, the jalapeno, the tomato, and the cilantro. I'm also seasoning this batch too with another pinch of salt, a tablespoon of cumin, and more lime juice. Make sure you pulse this to get that cilantro down there and all chopped up. Add this to the bowl with your first batch and mix it all up well. You can eat your salsa while it's still warm, but I do like to chill this in the fridge at least until it's down to room temperature. Here is my roasted tomato salsa. The little charred bits in there add just the right amount of roasted flavor to the salsa, and the fresh cilantro and lime just make the whole thing pop. It is delicious on chips. You can serve it with your tacos or however you enjoy your salsas. Muchas gracias, pot stickers. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time as the pot thickens. Hola, pot stickers. Hola, pot stickers. Okay, let's try that again. Hola, pot stickers.